Morning Drive with Savage and Tebow. It's Foui and for the guys today, and Kevin from the off-road racing, the Highriders Challenge. I called it the Highliners Challenge earlier today, Kev, but it is the Highriders Challenge, and Kevin joins me. You're a promoter. They're joking around with you because I looked on the website and said you were the minister, but you're the minister of badass, I'm sure, Kev. The Highriders Challenge, we're looking forward to it next weekend. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Foui? Good to be in here.
Yeah, it is looking like these are true Highriders. How tall are these actual vehicles?
These we pretty well classify as kind of a mini monster truck.
Yeah, they're like mini monster trucks. Yeah.
Except they really race. So this isn't a show. This is an all-out race.
Yeah, there's nothing fake about this. There's nothing, it's not about the show. Sure, there's a little bit of a spectacle aspect to it, but these guys actually race.
Well, we bill it as the greatest redneck show on earth.
I saw that.
And I think in Alberta we can get away with that.
Now, it says wheel to wheel and head to head. Now, how many laps do they do, or what's the deal? How do you race?
Well, it is broken down in two stages. So the first stage is wild hill climbing. We've got lots of rollovers there. They go through deep mud.
Yeah.
Then they line up side by side and race over buses, logs.
That's who sets that up? I mean,
well, the course has been set up down at Tail Creek. It's all good to go.
Yeah.
It's a little different than most people in Alberta are familiar with. They think it's a mud bog.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm saying it's off. It's a little bit different to have all kinds of extra little things in there.
This is the ultimate tough truck racing.
Yeah.
They do hills, they do mud, they do rocks, and they do it over 2 days. And it's kind of an endurance race, too.
An endurance race. So is there, how many laps are there?
It's about 2 kilometers each
2 kilometers each day.
But it's 2 kilometers of hell.
Okay, I get it. All right, that's Kevin from the Highriders Challenge. The off-road racing goes next weekend at Tail Creek Raceway, which is not too far. It's 6 kilometers east of Alex on Highway 12, and a day pass is affordable. I mean, it's only $50 a weekend. It's $25. You guys got a family rate as well, and we're really stoked about it next weekend.
Well, we got a lot more going on besides just the racing.
Sure.
Saturday night we got live bands. We got Point Plank and Jason Mundy.
Okay.
We got a hot air balloon.
I was going to say, there's a balloon ride as well going as well. There's stuff for the kids. It's really an entire weekend now. Is this the first annual? Is this the first?
No, this is our 10th annual, actually. Our 3rd year at Tail Creek Raceway. 3 years before that, we raced in Drumheller.
All right. Kevin, promoter for the off-road racing, the Highriders Challenge, which goes next weekend. I've got some passes to give away coming up very shortly. I got some DVDs so you can get a sort of feel, some T-shirts as well. You brought some cool stuff for us. Talk more about the actual racing, like, these guys that race the vehicles. Now, I see, is there 2 people in that vehicle? Is there 2 people at once?
Yeah, there is. On the first stage, they're allowed spotters, so there could be some winching allowed or some rock stacking. On the second stage, the spotter's just in for a ride. He just usually yells.
Okay.
Screams more like.
Are they do they have headsets, or are these guys professional drivers? This is what they do for a living?
Some of the races we do have coming are professionals. We're represented by 3 provinces.
Okay.
We got a big contingent coming out of Vancouver.
Yeah.
And there's also a race within a race. They can also qualify for the King of the Hammers race, which happens in Southern California. The King of the Hammers race is NASCAR to these racers.
That's what I was going to say.
So if they can win the Highriders Challenge, they earn a place on the starting grid down in Southern California in February for the King of the Hammers race, which is a 95-mile high-speed desert race.
Endurance race. Have you ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Have you ever seen that movie?
I think I was in that movie.
They do a race like that, and Hunter S. Thompson, I can remember, it's just space full of dirt, and it's a long race. It's an endurance race. But what happens now? What happens next? Wheel to wheel, head to head, total carnage. The off-road racing, the Highriders Challenge goes next weekend. It's the 10th annual, and I've got some passes to give away very shortly. And like you said, it's kind of like NASCAR. I've got a new respect for NASCAR. We've done a lot of giveaways to NASCAR ourselves, and I mean, between the Nationwide Series and the Sprint Cup Series, you see these drivers, and a lot of these guys are cool, humble guys. What are the drivers like, the actual drivers?
Yeah, the drivers are really cool. They are cool and humble, and spectators will get a chance to meet them after the racing, and we have a greet and meet.
Okay.
A lot of these guys build their truck all year for this one race, and they are not afraid to let it all loose. We guarantee there's going to be crashes.
Yeah, crashes. Do they have to pit at all? What's the deal?
They have a pit stop, but they don't have much time.
You generally don't want to do that. All right, Kev, thanks a lot for coming in, man. It's going to be awesome. Next weekend, it's the Off-Road Racing Highriders Challenge presented by 106.7 The Drive, Tail Creek Raceway. Anything else we want to get out there? Any other details?
Like to mention, we got lots of stuff for the kids, too. We have a mini RC competition going on.
Okay.
Lots of giveaways. We'll be throwing stuff out in the crowd all day long.
And they'll get a chance to meet the riders, the drivers. Maybe one day they could be a driver themselves. Like you said, this is a perfect Alberta race. A lot of Albertans may not know about it, but this is something that a lot of Albertans might want to know.
Well, like I said, it's the greatest redneck show on earth. How could you not go?
Caller 7 right now wins passes, plus camping, plus DVDs and a t-shirt to the Highriders Challenge next week at a Tail Creek Raceway, 6 kilometers east of Alex, Alberta on Highway 12. Caller 7 right now on the drive line at 34 Drive. Thanks, Kev.